Yes, welcome back to my class, Pinnacle of English. And in today's class, you are going to learn a very good writing skill that is called descriptive writing, which is in class 9 CBSE English. In today's class, we are going to learn this descriptive writing. This descriptive writing will be helpful to the students to improve the writing skill as well. Let's understand this writing with a definition. Descriptive writing is a literary device in which the author uses details to paint a picture with their words. So, author's work is to give more and more interest to the readers. So, to give interest to the readers, the author has to paint the picture of the whole descriptive writing and then decorate this writing with the words. Let me give you the best example of spider. Spider makes its web and it works harder than ever to reach to the high wall, finds very good corner and then prepares a very good web and designs in a very nice way so that there is no problem and it can catch its prey. In the same way, the author's work is to collect very good words to describe this paragraph writing, descriptive writing, and it is called the decoration of the paragraph writing. And to improve this descriptive writing, one has to be a good reader. So, this process will provide the readers with description of people, places, objects and events through the use of suitable details. So, the descriptive writing may be of people, places, any object and even the event where we have visited, the very good buildings, very good places, open places, right? So, the author work is to write this descriptive writing in a very well manner. Let's go ahead. The author has to use descriptive writing to create sensory details of enhancing the reading experience. So, to be a good author, to be a good writer, one has to be a good reader first. So, to read more, we have to find out very good books. And for this descriptive writing, we have to choose a particular topic. And based on the topic, we should start working. Next point is that draw a connection through the use of sensory details that include seeing, hearing, smelling, touching, and even tasting. So these connections are very important to write a particular paragraph for a place, thing, etc. We have to create a picture in our reading audience mind by engaging all 5 of their senses: smell, sight, touch, taste and sound. So we have to use very good attractive words to catch the reader's eye into the book, and that is very important. So our imaginative power should be much. We have to imagine about a particular topic, we have to imagine about a particular thing, we have to create that picture, complete picture of the paragraph writing in our mind, and based on that we can start writing. So let's understand some steps to improve our descriptive writing skill. So the steps are: a descriptive, number 1 is choose a topic. That is the first point. Without destination we cannot go. It may be possible that the train derails at any time. So we must have a proper destination. So first of all we have to choose a topic for our descriptive writing. So a descriptive essay will usually focus on a single event, a person, a location, or an item. So we have to focus more on a single event first of all, a person or any location or any item. We have to describe this writing by illustrating a picture. To describe that picture so that the readers can read very carefully. The readers keep their minds and eye very carefully in the book itself, in the essay itself. So one needs to be structured in a manner that helps our topic to make sense. We have to use a very good charm. We have to use a very good beauty, and that should be added in the writing skill. That is very important. So first step is to choose a topic to write a very good essay or a paragraph. Next, write your paragraphs in a chronological order. So it should go in a step-by-step way. For a person or a place, we need to order the paragraphs so that you start off in a general manner and then write more specific details later. For a person or place, we need to order paragraphs, right? So it is not necessary that we can write any paragraph or can say a single paragraph. It may be of 2, it may be of 3 paragraphs. We have to start that first paragraph in a general manner. So general statement should be there. And then we can write more specific in the rest of 2 paragraphs. So here our introductory paragraph sets the tone of the rest of the essay. We have to describe, we have to start that introduction in such a way the readers get more interest in our reading. So it needs to be set out of all the main ideas that we are going to cover in our essay. That is very important. We have to set all the ideas, and for that purpose, we have to prepare a very good mind map. If our mind map is okay, our imaginary things are okay, our ideas are okay, so it is easy for us to write the paragraph in a chronological order. That is very important. Let's go ahead next to step number 2. We have to create a statement. It's a single idea that will be prominent throughout our essay. It is not only set out the purpose of the essay, but regulates the way that information is conveyed in the writing of that essay. Now we have to create the statement in such a way that the readers get interest more in that. We have to regulate the way the information which is conveyed in the writing of that essay. So our introductory paragraph should be catchy. It should have what can say very attractive words to be used in the introduction part. We can take any example of any essay, any paragraph. Then the first statement is very attractive. Step number 3. We have to get the senses right. That is step number 3. So we have to set our senses in a right position. So that we have to create that 5 labeled columns on a sheet of paper, and each one having a different of the 5 senses. So we have to at the initial stage we have to work little bit in a rough work, and we have to create these 5 senses step by step. And if it is regulated, then there is no problem at all. We can write without taking any support of these five senses. But at the initial stage, we have to keep this in practice. And this labeled list will help us to sort out our thoughts as we can describe our topic in our way. So we have to collect, we have to gather all the ideas, and we have to sat in these columns. We have to provide full sensory details, and that help to support the thesis. The next point is that we have to utilize literary tools such as metaphors, similes, personification, and descriptive adjectives. So, these literary devices, metaphors, similes, personifications, which are really helpful to decorate our essay in a very nice way. It gives fragrance, it gives beauty to our essay. We have to use some descriptive adjectives as well. And these descriptive adjectives are really helpful to describe the character, the place, the event, or any place, any topic. Once we have the columns ready, we can start to fill them with the details that help to support our writing. And this should be the most interesting items that we have noted in our columns. And will the details that we fresh out into the paragraphs of the body of our essay. So we have to use some these interesting items in our writings, and the things, the statements which are not useful in this essay, we have to discard them. So the topics are set out in each separate paragraph, and the topic sentence begins that paragraph and need to relate our introductory paragraph and our thesis. Step number 4, we have to create an outline. The next step is to create an outline listing the details of the discussion of each paragraph. So the standard 5 paragraph essay has a particular structure, including the introductory paragraph with the inclusion of a thesis statement, followed by 3 body paragraphs which prove the statement. So class 5 paragraph essay has a particular structure. The structure is there, which is having, we can say, initial introductory paragraph, and with the inclusion of the statements, followed by 3 body paragraphs which prove that statement. So initial introduction, then after main theme, and then after what steps to be taken, that can be given, right? So this paragraph writing is done in a smooth way. There is no initial stage, there is what you can say middle part, or there is no end in that. It is not an article. It is just simply we have to write paragraph, right? Question, step number 5, write the conclusion. So finally, the conclusion paragraph makes a summary of the entirety of our essay. So the conclusion of the paragraph is also important, and this conclusion also needs to reaffirm our thesis. It gives assurance to our thesis if necessary. So the conclusion needs to be well written, because it is the final thing to be read by our reader and will remain on their mind the longest after they have read the remainder of our essay. So our conclusion should be written in a well manner. The ending should be good, so that the reader can remember that essay, remember that paragraph for a long period of time. So that is also important. Step number 6, we have to review our essay. So it is important, after writing an essay, we have to take a little bit break of our writing once we have completed the work. By stepping away from the work for a short time, we can clear our mind and take a short rest. When we just look into our essay with refreshed eyes and view it in much the same way that a person is reading it will when they first see the piece. So after writing our essay, we have to take that review of the essay. How is the essay? We have to read as readers are reading. So after we have taken a short break or a walk or gone through once, so we have to read that entire essay and again thinking about our readers. So we should ask ourselves, if you are or if we are a reader, then would the essay make sense to us? Is this essay well enough that the readers get more interest, the readers can understand well what exactly the topic of the essay is? Do any of the paragraphs need to be written because they are confusing and need to be better written to be descriptive? So we have to think all these questions in our mind and we have to take the review of our writing. Next, our choice of words and language need to convey that we are trying to describe when we talk about a particular topic. So we have to choose very good suitable words to the statement. Plus our language should be very good, easy to understand to the reader. There should not be any grammatical error in that. We have to keep all these things in our mind. So any details in the essay should help the reader to understand the meaning of the topic from the writer's point of view. So we have someone else ready to read our essay and then ask others if anything needs to be clarified or if they received any clear picture from the details given in the essay. So at the initial stage, when we start writing our descriptive writing, after our practice, we have to show to the reader, show to the person who is very good at writing, so that we can get clear picture that how we are at our writing, how we are in our writing. So that is very important. Step number 7. Finally, we have to finish it up. So we have to read our essay again very carefully and check for any grammar, punctuation, spelling error that are obvious within the essay. And we have to discard all the grammatical errors and improve in that. If we find any glitches, to be sure to delete them, and they certainly do not belong to our essay. It happens that we just repeat the same statement, the same concept again and again. So you have to discard the repeated statements from the essay, right? So if we do that, then there is no charm in our paragraph, right? So better discard the repeated statements from the essay. Next is that do not repeat any concept, idea, statements again and again. That is done. So I hope this descriptive writing is well enough to make you understand. I hope you have liked my video. Please don't forget to subscribe it. Click on like button, bell button, and do not forget to share with your friends. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.